Hello and welcome to Ula Tea Leaf Readings. My name is Lenor and today I'm going to be reading your tea leaves. This is a horoscope for Taurus. If Taurus is your solar, lunar, ascendant / rising sign, then this is a message for you. Okay, let's get started. Okay, and let's see, what do these tea leaves have to say tonight? All right. Wow. Look at this one. This one looks like quite a beast there. And almost looks like Kali, actually, really the goddess here with all the arms. And I see we have a hook, some kind of hook coming down. So we'll take more of a look there. We have the Emperor card for this reading, and I'm just going to kind of turn this, take a look at what we have going on. Okay. We have a big A, capital A. And then there's another A right there. So the A, come on now. I want to get this out of here so it doesn't change the, there we go. Okay, so we have two A's, the capital A, maybe an A name or a word that starts with A. And this is important. Okay, so, all right, I want to look at this one really quick. So we have maybe, now this does look like Kali, but what comes to mind even more than that is the chaos. Okay, so maybe Eris or Discordia. One of these kinds of chaotic goddesses, kind of an agent of chaos, okay? And so I see we have a hook kind of coming off of the foot there, and we have what looks like a little kangaroo, okay? And so on one side we see it's like a young kangaroo. It looks like it's bouncing around. Its little tail is kind of up and going there. And so I almost, in my mind, because when I turn this over, we have a larger kangaroo, and this looks like kind of a mom, like a mom or dad kangaroo. And so I feel like there really is this protective sense. The kangaroo for me, especially because of they are marsupials, and the mother carries the kangaroo in that pouch for, like, I think it's like 2 or 3 years, right? They come out of there, but they continue to go into the pouch and they feed. I believe that they actually breastfeed from within there. And anyways, kind of a real strong image of motherhood. Now, this doesn't have to be if you are not a mother, or you are a father, or identify as something else, a different kind of caretaker, whatever. This is somebody who is young and youthful. You look over them. You are seeing, at least you are feeling that they are getting into a situation that could be dangerous, could be chaotic for them, could bring a lot of strife into their life, okay? And I don't think that they necessarily even have any kind of perception of this. Now, the chaos, the discord, even if this were Kali Ma, Kali, this is not this is not a negative energy. Okay. Chaos is not negative, nor is it positive. It's chaos. We can't really apply, you know, that duality or the spectrum of the good and bad, upon this kind of concept. So, I don't necessarily think that this is like somebody coming into their life who's going to prey upon them. But I do think that this is really just an energy of a lot of things kind of becoming very disruptive. Okay, they are going to definitely veer off the path that they're on. Is this a good thing? Is this a bad thing? I don't know. You know, I don't know. But I know that it worries you because there really is this energy of wanting to protect them, wanting to kind of stop this from happening, or at least letting them know that you are perceiving this to kind of be occurring. And so be careful, right? As you know, any kind of parent or mentor, grandparent, caretaker, whatever, we know when we tell our kids, when we tell these younger people, you know, what we think about something, especially if it's something that they are really into or they love, or you know, is an interest, or they just have kind of that, you know, standing in defiance kind of posture that, you know, is very necessary as a younger person. You have to push boundaries when you're young. But, you know, you have to be careful about how you're going to talk to this person about this, because, you know, often we know when we express how we feel about something, they go the opposite way. They're going to do whatever they're going to do. So just keep an eye out for them and be thoughtful about how you express yourself with this situation that is, you know, kind of rising up in their life there. Okay. And so I do also see here, we have quite a narrow path. No matter how I look at them, I'm like, how can I look at this more clearly here? It's the same on all sides. We have kind of the arrow here going through, and you can see the arrow, but it's a real tight path here. There, you know, there's not a lot of room for, you know, taking a wide a wide stance there. So I think that, you know, you just have to, this is just really a sensitive time. Okay. And I'm looking, you know, I'm looking at this, and we have that Emperor energy. So I really think this has so much to do with really that diplomatic communication, really choosing your words, really tempering your emotions, your reactions, all the things that you want to say and do and whatever. Pause for a second, right? Take a moment, have a plan. Okay. And really this speaks very loudly to me as I look at, we have a little dragon, we have a large dragon, we have probably, it looks like the Emperor sitting here. It's a person sitting in a chair who is enthroned. As we know, the Emperor is in the sitting posture. This is a posture of power, of knowing, of leadership, okay, of being in a elevated position, okay? So we're coming from this place of being the leader, the decider, okay, being kind of that rock, okay, the last word, coming up against this large dragon. Now we also have the smaller dragon too, and I think this really has to do again with that younger energy, that whoever that little kangaroo is that you care so much about, right? I really think there's a lot of room for a blow up here. Okay, just a real emotional outburst from you and from them. Okay, I think that this situation can get really, it could get really lit up very quickly. Okay, so really, really, really trying to maintain that cool as a cucumber kind of attitude about things. You probably don't feel that way at all, but it's just, you got to plant the seeds, right? You got to plant the seeds, give the little ideas, let them grow. They have to decide for themselves. All you can do is kind of offer some insights and not be too pushy with it. And I want to apologize. I am sick. And this is not my first reading, so my voice is deteriorating here. It is what it is, I guess. My goodness. I was hoping it felt better as the evening was kind of going on. I was like, okay, I'm feeling okay. My voice is coming together here. I haven't been talking too much. No yelling, no raising my voice. Just trying to keep it real low. And yeah, so but it is starting to come undone. Okay, so we are really working on keeping those those energies really mellow as much as possible. Now, there's still that fiery energy, and you cannot just push it down and it'll disappear. So what do we do when we have this kind of real passionate, angry, worried, anxious energy? You have to find something to put it into, something to expel it. I talk a lot about the primal screaming, primal yelling, primal, utterances. This is really helpful. It is very cathartic. Okay. Or some kind of intentional movement. I often use that example of going and cutting wood, or doing some kind of demo, or doing something that you can just really take something apart, or just kind of really, I don't know, go throw rocks at a wall or something. I don't know. Whatever it is, get that energy out of you. Put it somewhere else. Don't go pick a fight with your partner or your neighbor or something. But do something that helps you kind of transmute those emotions, those reactions into something either purging or something useful. We like to talk about sublimation here a lot, using your kind of big and difficult feelings, emotions, desires, ideas, whatever, and putting them into music, art, dancing, some kind of creative pursuit, okay, or medium, and just letting it flow. Okay. There's nothing worse than letting rage or worry or, just kind of that feeling of, resentment kind of building up, especially if this is your child and we know because we did this to our parents and grandparents, and they did it to theirs, and so on. You raise a person, you spend time with them, you watch them grow into, an adult, and they go off and they make their own decisions. And you can see, because you're on the outside of things, where things might really kind of come apart for them, where it might really not be the best idea. And we want to tell, you want to say, like, hey, I did this when I was that age, or I did this in my life, or I've seen this happen, or, whatever. You're not seeing clearly, and please just listen to me so you can get through this without having to go through all of the, the fallout or whatever. But we can't give people life experience, and people have to live their own story, and they have to make their own mistakes and fail and get hurt and be hurt and suffer to some degree, and that can be really difficult. It can be maybe one of the hardest things that you have to do, in life. And so the emotions that come up from that, when we are trying to learn to let other people do what they do and live as they will, and, make the decisions that they will, live and let live, and all of that, you have to find a place to put those feelings that we have. You cannot let that stuff build up. You will end up just absolutely, a volcano, a dragon, and on top of that, you probably get sick. Ultimately, that's what happens. We carry stress, anger, resentment, lamenting things, whatever. And it becomes sicknesses in us. And so, do the thing that you need to do and take care of yourself. Find ways to purge those feelings, move those energies. Okay. And I'm seeing we have a lot of birds. We have a person sitting next to a heart. And so I really think that, there is a movement towards going to where, you love. Wherever that is, whatever that is. Maybe you like going to the ocean. Maybe you like going to the mountains. Maybe you like going to the library by yourself, to read the newspaper and sit among people and whatever. Wherever it is, wherever your little sanctuary is, go. Go and be there. Be with yourself. Enjoy. Okay, let's see. And we do have these kind of little loose emotions. There's not really, there's nothing substantial aside from the fact that there are some waves of emotions there. And listen, I guess part of what I'm trying to say here is, we have to feel how we feel. Okay. I don't really, I think it's important for us to learn how to temper ourselves, right? But we have to feel what we feel. Okay. And try not to be judgmental about our emotions, because our emotions usually are not our own. These are things that are transient. These are particular to situations, to configurations, to circumstances. If we do not take them into ourselves as part of our self-mythology, then they are free to go when they're done, right? They float through our lives like little clouds. And we need to feel those. But what we do have to be responsible for are our reactions, okay? So however these feelings come up for you, whatever they are, you are responsible for what you do with them. Okay? How you react. And that's what I'm saying. If you get really angry because you are not being heard, your advice is rejected, you are met with, the contempt of a young adult, a teenager, whatever, and that's hurtful and angry and maybe, a letdown and all those things. You are responsible for how you react. Okay. And that's where the work is here. And other than that, just really, praying for your person, hoping for a positive outcome, that the lesson will be learned, without too many consequences and so on. Okay. So, let's see. We're going to do the Dreamer's deck. I guess I'll show this. The Dreamer's deck. This is 40 affirmations for pursuing your dreams from the I Know collection. And I'm going to go ahead and I'll flip through and stop where it feels right. And we're going to look at this, and it says, I know that focusing my attention on things I cannot control distracts me from my journey. I am letting go. Perfect timing. Absolutely. Focus on your journey. You cannot control what other people do. You can only control how you react, right? And so, try to relinquish some of that control. And that's what the gift of that Eris when she shows up, right? Or the Discordia when she shows up in our life. It is painful sometimes. It, can really be destructive. You kind of, everything is everywhere and you don't know how to kind of begin or end or whatever. But that is a blessing because it reminds us that we really have so little control over our lives. We love, 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 and are devoted to the perception of control. But it is really quite absurd. So, the more we can let go of that need to control things, the better off we are. Okay, Taurus, I'm going to go ahead and say thank you for spending this time with me. It is always such an honor to be able to bring these messages to you. If you would be so kind as to like the video, it helps the channel out so much. And if you have not subscribed yet, please think about doing so. You can hit that little bell. It'll let you know when the next videos are coming out. And if you would like to leave a comment, I would love for you to do that. I read all of them and they mean a lot to me. So, Taurus, we will talk in just a few days. I love you. Take care of yourself. And, yeah, thank you.